Private Yemi Oke, the lowest-ranked man in his platoon, now seated next to him and eating his beans without bothering to pick out the weevils. It was the 4th day in a row they were eating beans and dodo, but Yemi did not seem to mind. "Did you shoot today?" Chike whispered to him. "No." "Good. Meet me by the generator hut when you finish." There were a few slices of dodo left on Chike's plate, overripe and soggy with oil. Yemi would eat them before coming. Chike left the canteen and went outside to wait for his friend. Night had come, and with it the sense that Chike could be anywhere. The sky was wide and open, the stars visible in a way he never grew used to. The militants would be out in the creeks tonight, piercing the pipes that crisscrossed the region, sucking out oil, insects drawing on the life blood of the country. The army would be out too, patrolling the waters. He stood with his back to the generator hut, the tremor of the machine passing through him. It drank more than 200 liters of diesel each day, its belly never satisfied. The land sloped away from him, a scattering of buildings and tents running down the mild incline of their base. Soldiers clustered in groups, their cigarette ends glowing like fireflies. The air was warm and heavy, almost too thick to breathe. It was the flaring that did that. Great bonfires of gas burning night and day, like stars. The oil companies worked at all hours, filling and floating barrels of oil to overseas markets that decided what they were worth. $50 today, $100 tomorrow, and the whole of Nigeria's fortunes rose and fell on what foreigners would pay for her sweet crude. Chike had seen the spills, black poison running over the waters, fish gone, fishermen displaced, flora destroyed. Who was to blame? Not for a soldier to answer. He saw Yemi approaching in his slow, loping gait. "Sa," Yemi said, saluting when he arrived. Chike returned his salute. "At ease. You were saying?" "I no shoot. When Colonel ordered us to kill that boy, I ready my gun, aim, put my finger for trigger, but I no firearm." "I didn't either," Chike said. "When those white journalists came, I should have found a way to talk to them. I should have whispered to them that they should look out for freshly tanned soil. Must we destroy a whole village before people start to notice?" The futility of his and Yemi's resistance, the cowardice of it, fingers bent but never pressing down. They would be found out. Someone would notice their limp index fingers or see them slipping their unused ammunition into the creeks. But for their sanity, he and Yemi must register their protest in some way. Chike had not taken much notice of the lowest-ranking member of his platoon until he came upon him one day, crying. "Nah, young girl, you no good," was all Yemi would say. There were others who felt the same about the woman shot for allegedly harboring militants, but the only protest he had heard voiced was from the runt of his platoon. Their friendship had begun then, an unequal one, where he gave the orders and Yemi obeyed, but a friendship nonetheless, based on their mutual distaste for the colonel. A treasonous friendship. The 9 p.m. bell clanged. The generator would go off in half an hour. The water would dry up soon after that, the electric pumping machines silent till morning. "Sa, I want wash my cloth," Yemi said. "Dismissed. Thank you for your report." Chike walked to the room he shared with 3 other junior officers. The space was small for 4 men, 8 foot by 12, with only one window, but they were all disciplined, neat with their possessions and clothing. A single naked bulb hung from the ceiling, drawing a lampshade of insects to its hot glass surface. His roommates would be in the junior officers' mess, a tent he rarely went to these days. There was a bottle of gin.